No, I don't think so. What I regret is the next thing. I'm not good at reflecting on the past. If I miss something, it's gone. The future is worth looking forward to. As long as you don't miss out on the wonderful things to come, that's enough. I'm actually a very healthy person. I feel that what's in the past is in the past. I prefer to look toward the future because I believe the future will definitely not be worse than today. In this sense, I'm an optimist, so I devote more of my time and focus to the future rather than the past. If you miss something, then it's missed. Missing out just means you made a mistake, so just review it and learn from your errors. If they're right, then I'm wrong. If I'm right, then they're wrong. It's a simple principle. It's rare for something to be neither right nor wrong. The riskiest thing you can do is to knowingly do something wrong. But actually, people still do it because we are influenced by various factors, signals, evidence, analysis, even market signals. All of these can tell you it's wrong, but you still go ahead with it. And after you do it anyway, there are several consequences. The first aspect is that you might be influenced by market noise. Another is being affected by emotions, or perhaps by external factors interfering. There could also be other factors like professional risk and so on. When all these different elements combine, that's what makes it truly frightening. To knowingly do something you shouldn't and still go ahead with it. I think that's a very serious issue, and it's the hardest one to accept. That's why, in our company, we often say that there's nothing that absolutely has to be done. This is to prevent situations like that from happening. My vision is actually very clear. I truly want to build a brand of my own. I think I've mentioned this before. I want to start a real business and create a brand. Another thing is that I want to be like Mr. Buffett and Mr. Charlie Munger, to become a lifelong learner, someone who keeps improving throughout life, and to have the ability to see the essence of things. That's something I really aspire to. I suppose so. I think in the first 5 years of starting a business, because I didn't really understand the industry and wasn't that strong professionally. Since every industry has an entry period, and before you can reap any rewards, there's always a waiting period. That waiting period is quite stressful, and it was almost mentally unbearable at times. Every night when I went home to play with my child, my mind was still preoccupied with work, always thinking about what would happen tomorrow. It was actually quite a struggle. So from this perspective, I do feel guilty toward my child. Even when I was with my child, my mind was still occupied with company matters, and I wasn't fully present. That's why I remember those moments very clearly. So starting a business is actually quite a tormenting process. In the early stages, you have to put in an enormous amount of mental effort and have a very strong capacity to endure. I think that period is really tough, not just in terms of whether you can survive financially, but also because the psychological pressure and setbacks are significant. But as time goes on, things really do get better and better. Because you constantly feel that your business skills are improving, your professional abilities are growing, and your cognitive abilities are advancing. I think learning is very important. Truly, lifelong learning means lifelong progress. I believe there's gold in books and beauty as well. I really think people can change themselves and meet a better version of themselves in the future. Because reading feels like coming home. Reading is about meeting a better self. I love to read, so I feel the changes in my life and destiny have been entirely due to proactive self-management, all because I read more books.